What's up, fire signs? Aries, Leos, Sagittariuses. It's your weekly reading. Yes, my shirt says Muggle fucker. And that's that. If you want a personal reading, that's linked in the description below. I do also live readings on TikTok and Instagram. I did my first live thing on Instagram last night, but I ended up on TikTok. So if anybody's interested, just follow me. Let's see what we got for the fire signs. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week. I mean, I guess I'm here to tell you how your week's gonna go, right? 9 of Swords in reverse as the first card out. We love to see it. For me, this is a card about finally being able to rest, or at the very least, something that's been plaguing you, possibly having to do with money, Page of Pentacles, being sorted out, right? You guys have a lot of ideas inside of you, but you're not executing or taking action on them. And that is where the disconnect happens. The Ace of Wands in reverse is a card about a lack of inspiration. You guys are just not impressed with whatever your situation is right now. Y'all aren't impressed by the job. Y'all aren't impressed by what you're learning in school. Whatever the fuck it is. You guys just aren't inspired or impressed. And it feels like a lot of you guys could be doing things just for the sake of like doing them without having a real purpose or feeling like you have a true purpose with the things that you're doing. Yeah, the moon is at the bottom of the deck, which I'll show you guys. Here it is. The moon is at the bottom of the deck, which tells me you guys don't know where this particular road is going to take you. This kind of feels like a bleed from last week's reading. So forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but if I'm not mistaken, it kind of felt like the same energy. You get the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Strength in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. So here's what I think. Here's what I'm feeling. What I feel is you guys are having a rough time with your confidence right now, especially when you have the Queen of Wands in reverse next to the Strength card in reverse. A lot of fears that could be coming up. A lot of feeding into the egos. Like, you guys are fire signs, so it makes sense. You guys are run by your passions and your ego, and sometimes, especially those Leos out there. And the Strength card is the Leo card. But it's almost like your fears are kind of blocking your intuition, so you may be stuck in this place of like, I don't know what my next course of action should be, or which direction to go in. I will say that at the very least, you guys are I don't want to say content, complacent. Yeah. With where you're at, but that's not fuck is that noise? That's not always the best place to be, is complacency. I wouldn't be surprised if the Tower came out. Yeah. Or at the very least, 8 of Swords in reverse. Needing to get out of your own way. You guys have to understand that you're limiting yourself in some area of life. It feels like possibly with your career and work and all of that. As I say that, there's the confirmation and 3 of Pentacles. It feels as if, I don't know if there's a settling happening, like you guys are settling or what, but it feels like you guys are limiting yourselves and your abilities because you lack the confidence and you're riddled with fear. Death in reverse. This tells me there are changes on the horizon or inevitable rebirths that should be happening that you're resisting. So this Ace of Wands in reverse is like, it's a lot of stagnant, lack of action sort of energy. And I'm seeing this High Priestess as like, you're not trusting your own voice and your gut in what you should be doing or what your next move is. It's almost like your gut is telling you something, you're not listening to it though. And so that can really stunt where you're at as well. I'm just seeing this energy of you stunting your own growth. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. That's exactly the card I would expect to come out, is this Judgment in reverse. Why? Because Judgment in reverse has to do with the universe trying to tell you what path you should be on, and you are not listening. And that's also where that intuition, the High Priestess in reverse, comes in as well. The nudges that you're getting internally, you're not listening to them. And so, of course, if you're not listening to them and taking action on whatever the fuck this is, then of course you're stuck. I'm not saying you're not making money. I'm not saying you could have this wonderful grand idea of like how to expand your current business or something like that, and you're not executing on the idea. So again, there's this energy of complacency, right? Like, yeah, okay, you're okay with making $5,000 a month, but if you executed on this idea and like really put your energy into it, you could double that and make $10,000 a month. Like, it's something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to. For me, I'm getting that this has to do with career and monetary things. I'm not really getting the emotions of it. I mean, Page of Cups is in reverse, but this for me is, again, not really tapping into your creative flow, especially when it comes out over the Ace of Wands in reverse. It's like not really tapping into your creative flow the way that you could. Not innovating the way that you could. It's like you get the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is all about financial recovery or recovering losses and stuff like that. So, yeah, sure, you may have recovered losses. Maybe that's where the Nine of Swords comes out in reverse, is like, all right, you're not as anxious as you once were because you've recovered certain losses, possibly. But instead of recovering losses, like, don't you want to make a profit? Don't you want to, like, do more than just recover your losses? Again, it's something like that. Again, make this work how it does in your life. It doesn't, for the people watching, it's not gonna resonate for everybody in the same way, and it might not resonate for every fire sign, period. Go watch your rising sign. If it doesn't, that might resonate more with you. But either way, if it doesn't resonate with your sun sign, come back next week. It's just, this is not a message for you. This is tarot. So tarot can be all over the place sometimes. And it's a collective reading, and we're all dealing with different shit and whatever. So, you know, whatever. But either way, there's there's something in this about, complacency, and almost when the Wheel of Fortune comes out, it's this energy of trying to control something that, or trying to keep something at bay that doesn't belong at bay. And the universe is kind of letting you know this. Like, this is not a free will thing. This is a preordained, whatever you believe in. If you believe you fucking signed a contract before you came here, like, you signed the contract saying, like, this thing is supposed to be happening. And right now you're just completely trying to control an outcome that is outside of your control. And so it's best to kind of surrender. Four of Pentacles, holding on to your assets, holding on to the things that you believe you have, instead of just kind of the World card. We love to see it, especially to complete the reading. The World card. It's time to let go, is what I want to say. It's time to let go of the fear. It's time to let go of your insecurities. It's time to let go of the what ifs and kind of surrender to these ideas, these ideas that are brewing within you. Surrender to your creative flow. Surrender to your intuition. I mean, this could very well be about spiritual awakenings and opening up to your spiritual gifts. It doesn't have to be career oriented, but I just see you very practical minded, which is fine. It's good to have a plan and take initiative and things like that, but I almost feel like you're taking initiative on the wrong thing. And the World card is all about completion and accomplishments and closing the chapter and finally pushing on to the new chapter, right? So again, the Death in reverse kind of popped out before. Once you let go and you resist whatever change is meant to be happening here, and I feel like this is a big change for you, but it is tied to, again, your creativity, your passions, and your innovative ideas that you may be having brewing inside of you right now. Once you let go of that, things will just fall into place, and you'll feel that energy of like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. Okay, I get it now. You know, where are my oracle cards? Oh, right in front of my face. I want to pull an Archangel Michael oracle card for you, just because sometimes I feel like they kind of tie the reading together. Let's see. Embrace the magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. There's that allowing, though. In order to allow it, you have to surrender to it. So maybe some of you guys are afraid of failure. Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I'm actively working on this situation, and I'm here helping you. So I don't know if this is going to resonate with people. I hope it does. But at the end of the day, disclaimer, I'm very fucking tired and run down. So if this reading sucks, just come back next week. But I do feel like somebody out there has to hear something that's in this video. So I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next reading. Until then, peace out.